Hey everyone, it's me, Patch Dan Bogat. I'm here today to speak with you about servitors. Servitors are very important in a sense where they could get tasks done. I remember when I first knew remotely about them, I called them my very own legion. In fact, Satan was the one who came to me about it. So, in other words, beknowledge to the whole idea of chaos magic, servitors, all I knew is what was right in front of me, and that's just practicing my very own black magic. But the fact that Satan came to me, introduced these legions, or what we now know, or what I now know as servitors, he simply says that I have 196,000 of them. Till this day, as a footnote, I didn't even get past half of that number. So, in other words, as each one would to come to me and I would to create them, either they come to me on their own will, or I would to just think of them according to the task that I want them to do. I give them a name, a sigil, a place to live, obviously within my astral temple, and I try to assign them what they like to eat. You see, in other words, when it comes to your servitor, you could do just about anything with them. You could, some people say like they have certain amulets that serve as anchors. They even have a particular deadline for these individuals, that's the servitors, to actually live, either be 3 months, 3 years, or whatever. So, in other words, it's really up to you on how you view your servitor according to your belief system. Some people even go as far as giving them names, either it be from a novel, it could be from their favorite movie, but it's something that is quite unique at the same time, as well as their sigils. See, if the servitor is based off of, let's say, healing magic, they would think about perhaps white light, crystals, anything that is working in accordance to white magic of healing. And the name will correspond, and perhaps even the sigil and the image of that particular servitor. Mind you, I've been in the left hand path for a little under 10 years. And I kid you not, I have not gotten through 196,000 of my servitors. Either they come to me on their own, or I think of one according to my own desire. Then, in this book, I put their own sigil and their own name and attributes therein. And that is how seriously I take my servitors. In fact, they're more like my own personal legion, as I said before in the outset. They're like family. Because when Satan told me I had my own legion, when he called me a prince slash king of hell, having my own domain, that made me feel really good. Figuratively speaking, of course, as he was speaking to me, it made me feel really good. Because when you think about what type of power you can have with that, or you do have with that within the astral, I mean, you're basically unstoppable. But of course, what is within also has to exist outside of you. So therefore, it does make sense that what Satan was saying to me at that particular place and time, which is within this very own apartment. Because even now, it's been many years later, and I'm still working on my manifestation of prosperity. Being the fact that it is a literal empire that I want to create, business wise, I can see why I would have servitors. And if you see the combination between my outside reality and inward, it kind of makes sense. So, how do you view your servitors? Are there individuals that reflect your outward reality? It could be anything, up to you. Depending on how you view it, make sure that it's for the right reasons. But then again, who am I to judge? Now, regardless of the infamous stories behind, let's say, the servitors going, let's say, on a rampage and on their own, well, that's why I've pretty much heard, even though I didn't do it myself, but I've heard that individuals give these servitors a kill switch. Just in case something like that did happen, they roamed around the house, creating their own will, or developing it, becoming their own sentient beings, which they kind of are. But then the main point here is going rampage. Well, there's a kill switch. Now, I never had any problem with that with my particular daemons or my particular servitors, because they're family to me and they're my legion. But because I have heard of it happening, I don't want to give misinformation, especially when you're inviting something within your own home, and black magic, no matter what type it is, should be practiced safely. Hence, that's why I'm saying all these things. But you know what? I made sure that each and every single one of them was according to what I liked. They had to really look the part. I mean, each and every single one of them, by memory, by name, I could just think of, and I just completely adore them because they're just so fucking amazing to me. You know, it's like I could see where and why Satan called me a king and prince. Because when you meet your own servitor, you fall in love. You're treated like a king and prince, or queen, or princess. And you show them that like respect, that due respect. It's going to be like you're on cloud nine. So with that said, though that's just an overview, a summary of what a servitor is, keep in mind that as you listen to what I'm saying, please don't abuse such methods. But again, who am I to judge? Thank you for watching this video. And if you like, please smash the like button. And if you want to as well, subscribe it, please. Thank you.